Hey, what's up, traders? Another Monday, another slow day. The market's kind of chopping sideways, but we did find two trades. Not exactly the two trades that we were hoping, but we're going to jump right into it as always. CLNE, you're going to see a nice little move here, extension away from previous resistance from Friday, the high there at 528. Nice move up through the $0.50. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't that great, but we did get a pretty clear jiggle. It was going straight up and then it decided to stop. And yeah, so we got an entry. Not the best of entries, or it was a good entry. I'm just saying, not the best of trades. This thing's going to pretty much go sideways. It comes down. We were looking to get out half of it. I believe actually 75% of it there at this 555, and look for the rest down towards that 530 area. However, it comes down 559, does not want to go any lower. So we decided to just take half off. We end up with 100 out of the 200 we took, and basically split that in the half, 50 and 50 for the remainder. However, you're going to see this thing goes back to high of day. So comes back up, basically letting it do its thing. As you can see, the hold on, let me mute Charlie here.
Petrol stations face supply problems.
It decided to stop watching. There we decided to let this thing go up through the highs, but as you can see, the volume's not doing too great. 574 is our new average after we get an add up there towards 580. I think we ended up getting like 576. And basically look for this to come back down and give us the fill. Looked like it was really struggling to go too much higher. So we decided to get the add back to our original share size. Looking for this to come back down. Basically just grab some extra profit on the way down to 565 and then look for the rest again at those same key levels that you can see our orders there. As you can see, it comes to 66. We're sitting at 65. It decides to not give it to us. And for whatever reason, I just didn't take it. I was trying to be patient. I was like, it looks like it wants to come back down. It bounced right off us. It doesn't. It goes back up above our average. So now we're kind of in a weird spot where, do I want to, let this go against us? Like, what's the play here? And I basically say, well, we haven't really had a pullback yet. So I'm going to let this go to the highs, see what it does. A little annoyed at myself because if we don't take half there, puts us in or if we do take half there, puts us in a much better spot as far as risk goes. Plus we got some more profit locked in, et cetera, et cetera. But we didn't, miss us by a penny, and it decides to go higher. So here you go. Here's the move higher. Was really hoping for it to go up towards 6. Doesn't even get through 590. Kind of seeing what it wants to do at that 590. And we're actually going to end up doing a 2 add here. So we got 100, 100, and we're going to, well, it was 200. We took 100 off. So then we add the 100 back. So we have 200. So I'm basically looking to get our average up even more. So we have 200 shares, going to make it 400 right there. I think that I was at 586, brings our average up to 580. Looking to take that add off here, just a little bit below where we were, get back down to the original share size with a better average. And you're going to see what happens here, which seems to be what happens a lot lately, where it does try to go back up higher, but then it finally comes down and let's see, here we go. There finally gets below 80, 78. That's not the one. So it got the 78, didn't quite get there. So we're still being patient, back down to 80, 78. This was a real slow one. It became real slow. I did not want to be in this. It was just getting super slow. 78, 77. Our order is a 76. And when you know it, it decides to bounce. So at this point, I'm getting pretty frustrated because we can't quite get the push down. And then we're finally going to get the push back down again. After this actually went all the way up to the highs, comes down to 76. It's not giving us the fill. So I drag it up once I see 78. It actually came back down to 76 by 77. We actually got most of our fill at like 76.5. So in between the bid and the ask there. So that just goes to show you how slow this thing's trading. So basically we get out most of our shares there. We ended up taking 300 of the 400 off. And as you can see, it does try to bounce there. And ultimately, I'm not looking to let this go back up to the highs. I'm getting real tired of it. It's just really struggling to break down. There's lots of buyers stepping in right there under 80 for whatever reason. So we ended up taking half off as it was going back up through our average. And then we end up taking the other half as it goes back up again. So pretty frustrating. Ended up giving a little bit back there on those last 2 covers. So it could have been a big trade. Had this thing actually flushed with some size back down towards that 550. I mean, this is a $40, $50 trade. Unfortunately, it ended up being an $18.82 trade. So a little bit frustrated there. AVCT. This one was actually pretty cool. You can see we were watching this one up through 2. We were actually watching it all the way down here, looking for it to have a nice move up through this Friday's high, up through 2, but it never really did it. It just kind of grinded pretty much the entire way. But we finally get a decent little move, and you can see I put an order out of 222, and it finally makes that fast move, but it only goes to 220. I had 300 shares sitting there looking for the nice pop up through 220, and then hopefully to get that move back down just like it did. And it would have been a nice quick 10 cents on 300 shares. That would have been quick $30. However, that's not what happened. So I decided to split it in half, looking to see if it wants to jump back up to the highs and reject again. And if it wants to continue up through 220, I can split that 300 shares into 2 and basically still get the same, if not better average than I would have had to begin with. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we would have had like 224-ish average had we got both those fills. However, it does come back up. It gives us that fill. This was also an SSR, so we did have to hit the ask. That's why I wasn't waiting for a jiggle or anything. I was just looking to get in as it was spiking up, just where I thought would be good. Put the order out 207. I'm going to have to pretty much fast forward through this really quickly, just basically descending triangles. And then finally we get the push down. We had 150. So I put 100 out and we do get that fill. It actually goes all the way down to like 202. So I'm looking for the other 50, basically to fade. I was looking for it to possibly fade all the way down towards that 160 area. However, I guess I fast forward a little too far. I forgot I cut that part out. If we go back to it real quick, you'll see I fast forward and then we just like randomly get this spike out of nowhere. I wasn't even looking at the chart at the time, and I realized that it was right at my stop. There it is. And as you can see, it was trying to work its way back down after it came back up a little bit. And I was like, oh, cool, my trail's in a good spot. And then all of a sudden it just spiked up and took us out. And it actually did end up going all the way back up to the highs. Let's see, AVCT. And as you can see, it did go higher, tried to come back down, didn't get too far. And now it's actually back up at the highs again. So that's all I got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate that support. I will make a quick little short video of this recap as well. I actually kind of have fun doing those, and they're pretty easy to make for the most part. And they seem to get a little bit better traction than these videos do. But anyways, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. Don't forget that the little bell notification, if you're already subscribed, it helps out the channel and the YouTube algorithm, find the channel, all that good stuff, and promote the channel. And Twitter and Discord, those links are down below if you want to find me there. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.